Hello and welcome to the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. If you are joining us tonight on the YouTube stream, hello everyone. Come on, you two wave at them. That's why they're here. They want to wave. Thank you very much for joining us. It's great to not see you, but know that you're there. If you're listening to us on the podcast, if you listen to us on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you pick us up from, thank you very much for listening. You make up the majority of our viewers / listeners. So thank you very much. Today, we are going to be dealing with some very interesting subjects. We're going to be looking at our Movie Villains World Cup. We are going to be taking a look at some of the stuff that we've been doing. And we are also, the highlight of the show, going to be looking at the Kids TV Avengers kind of, Avengers Assemble superhero team of the description that we're going to be putting together. So that's the highlight of the show. Before we get going, I'm going to say hello to Russ.
Good evening.
I'm going to say hello to Dan.
Hi, babes.
And I'm going to say hello from me. I'm Tom, and you might be wondering, where is our fourth to make up the awesome foursome? Well, it's actually, he's not here with us. Duncan has very happily welcomed a new member of his family, so he is taking some well-deserved time away to spend it with his new arrival. So you have the classic threesome. We're not in the fuck bunker. Russ is in the fuck bunker, but we are in our own fuck bunkers. Dan looks like he's in a dining room.
On your own?
Yeah. That's the most sensual time.
Still a bunker, mate. It's still, you still got a hunker in the bunker.
Oh, yeah.
So there's far too many windows in here for a good hunker.
steam up the windows and just like full on Titanic with a handprint. Yeah.
So welcome. As I said, the main event is, of course, the Kids TV superhero group. So I'm going to hand you over to Dan to kick us off.
Yeah, so.
Oh, hang on. Just before we go, sponsoring us tonight, Bodum.
But sure.
No, they're not. I
Nope.
still misunderstand how sponsoring works. It's
Apparently
not just
so.
promoting. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Crack on.
No, not sponsoring us. Like we can show things. Like if that's how it works, I will go get an old LG TV now, and just plonk it in front of me, because I want an OLED. So that would be nice.
You're listening, LG. He wants an OLED.
I just fucking want an OLED, LG. So sort it the fuck out, all right? 144 hertz, please. Obviously 8K as well. So
8K is far too many Ks.
have you seen? Okay, we're going off on a tangent already. This is good. Have you seen the 8K camera stuff? Like
Yes.
they use it at the NFL, and it is unreal. It looks incredible. I felt like I was about to take some snaps for the Dallas Cowboys. It looks awesome.
I can't see very well anyway without my
But
glasses.
what are you watching? 8K
Oh my God,
footage on?
It doesn't matter. It's incredible. These new seriously.
They are incredible, but like
I'm watching it on a 4K TV. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not actually watching it in 8K, are you?
I'm just saying. Okay.
You can't at the moment. You can't get an 8K signal into anything without.
But it doesn't matter. It still improves the picture as much as you're going to ever improve a 4K picture. It looks incredible. So yeah, I would recommend that to anyone. So sort me out, LG. So what we're going to do tonight, Tom's kind of explained it. We started talking. Apparently, you're a little on the quiet side, Russ.
I will deal with it. Carry on.
Cool. We started just having a conversation about like kids TV. I can't remember what it was talking about. We mentioned Banana Man, and then one of us mentioned that Banana Man would never make it into the Avengers. So then we started thinking about who would make it into like the kids TV Avengers. So I think there are some ground rules. Obviously, there are many cartoons of actual superheroes as well. And so,
Yeah, so sort of ground rules. While we're not accepting actual proper superheroes.
yeah.
Although
Yeah,
there might
not
be
like proper. So no, like Spider-Mans, no Batmans, that kind of thing.
Batman's.
no Batmans.
No Batmans, no.
That
Too many
one
Batmans.
Batman.
So yeah, just the one Batman. No Batmans. No Batman. Whatever. These are kind of like your B grade kids TV superheroes.
And
Or
also,
just
I mean,
even heroes.
looking at the demographics of the people that we've got on, it's going to be kids' TV from the 80s and 90s, or maybe a little bit that might be watched by people that have a current toddler.
That's kind of, I'm relying on you guys for that. So.
Yeah.
Here we go.
If anything that was big in the early 2000s, we're not aware of.
So just some comments in the chat about 8K. Jack says, guys, watching people get severe brain trauma in 8K is well worth it. Thanks for that one, Jack. Dan says, can your eyeballs see 8K? I swear to you, you ask anyone that's watching the NFL, that these cameras are unreal, like the footage that we get from them.
There's more to that. I mean, the K is just it's the resolution, it's the megapixel factor. There's far more to making a good image than the number of pixels. And
these cameras, okay, I'll rephrase.
I'm sure the cameras are amazing, but there is like
whatever cameras they're using in the NFL are fucking awesome, and incredible.
There is a point where the human eye cannot discern the difference because the pixels are so small. So like 8K would let you have a TV that's twice as big as twice as big or 4 times as big as a 4K telly,
because it's corner to corner. I don't know. If Hawkeye could be an Avenger, then Banana Man could be an Avenger. That is very true.
Definitely.
I think Hawkeye would take Banana Man down, personally.
No, doesn't Hawkeye have the superhuman ability to have cool hair and see very far?
Hawkeye might initially take Banana Man down, but then he would eat a banana and kick the shit out of Hawkeye.
You reckon that's it? So what you're saying is Hawkeye would take down the kid that
would take down
Banana
Eric.
Man. Yeah.
And then Eric would eat a banana.
Yeah.
And then an amazing transformation would occur. They'd kick the shit out of Hawkeye.
Hawkeye would bash the living fuck out of Eric.
And then Eric comes back with a
Take that, kid. Oh well, time for my packed lunch.
I think we all know in his moody emo sojourn section between Infinity War and Endgame, he definitely beat up a few kids, didn't he, just to try and make himself feel better.
Yeah. I saw you from a distance.
It's in Bad Santa, isn't it? I beat the shit out of a kid today. I'm really feeling like I've turned a corner and feeling much better with myself.
Yeah. Oh well.
So let's start then. Who wants to kick this off? Shall I kick it off?
Well, I mean, I feel like we should. We've mentioned Banana Man 6 or 7 times already. So
yeah, Banana Man is like our Superman character in this. I think, like he is the first guy in it. He is someone you want on your team.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I mean, he is the Superman analog, isn't he, for our Avengers lineup?
Yeah.
But super strength, can fly.
Yep.
Lives on Acacia Avenue.
Yep.
What else can he do? Banana Man powers. Let's Google.
I mean, the whole thing was to try and get kids to eat more bananas, wasn't it? So he's just got really high potassium levels, probably.
Yep.
This is amazing. It's like
Tom's found Banana Man porn.
Yeah. I misspelled powers. Force of habit. So
somehow I spelled it as anal. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So his superpowers include the ability to fly, superhuman strength, often quoted as 20 men, 20 big men, but sometimes it's limitless strength, and seeming invulnerability. It's offset by the fact that he's just as naive and foolish, if not more so, as his alter ego. It was mentioned in the comic once or twice that he has the muscles of 20 men and the brains of 20 muscles. If he needs extra power, bananas can be eaten for like strength boosts that are provided by his faithful pet Crow.
He has like an extra banana, doesn't he?
He does.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Banana.
If he does not have enough strength to shatter an ice block, for example, after eating another banana, he will. If he eats many bananas in one sitting, he quickly becomes obese in his transformation. And if he eats bananas that are not full, he transforms with extra weight in the lower part of his body. There have also been comics where he's eaten a variant of normal bananas and transforms differently, reflecting the difference in that banana. The effects of eating bananas are not consistent from story to story. In one Beano issue with Eric, unable to find a banana, he resorted to drinking banana milk, became a liquid, and a totally useless version of Banana Man, who later in the story is mopped up by a janitor.
Oh, that's amazing.
So there we go.
So that's our bold leader, Banana Man.
There is far more going on with Banana Man than I ever thought. Dan points out the similarities between Banana Man and Shazam as well, which is a very good point.
Yeah, because he is still a kid, isn't he? He's he doesn't change into a different person.
Yeah, but he's definitely the leader. Like, no one knows that he's a kid. All they see is Banana Man, not as a liquid.
Yeah, as long as he keeps himself topped off with little nibbles of banana, he can stay transformed.
I mean, that guy's hands are steady as a rock, aren't they? I mean, he's the safe pair. He's literally the safe pair of hands, which doesn't particularly bode well for the rest of the guys and gals in our. Anyway.
Yep. Who wants to add one to the team?
I'm going for one.
Go on then.
So in the sort of Hulk position in the lineup, normally fairly weedy, not quite so sure about the scientific genius, but then when you need to, can bulk up and rage out. Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye's on my list as well. Yeah, definitely. I think that's
instead of super genius scientist, you've got cantankerous right-wing sailor as your sort of base state.
Popeye is responsible for one of my favourite ever facts, which is that Popeye exists to try and get kids to eat more spinach.
Yeah. Are all these cartoons designed to get a kid to eat something?
Apparently so.
I mean, that's what the Poddington Peas was all about.
Yeah, and we let Rolf Harris talk to these people. That's concerning. So the idea was to get kids to eat more spinach because it's meant to be just unreal. It's iron, isn't it? That spinach contains a vast amount of.
Spinach is good for you. That's not in dispute here.
So spinach was off the chart good for you in terms of whatever it was.
I mean, in the 90s, it was practically a superfood. Bear in mind that we were living off of Frazzles.
Until someone looked into the actual figures and realised they put the decimal point in the wrong place. So it turns out that it's still good for you, but it's not like as good for you as people originally thought.
It doesn't actually give you ridiculous strength and endurance?
No.
Oh, I thought he ate spinach. Didn't he? Spinach. There's always spinach.
Yeah, he strongs to the finish because he eats his spinach.
Although I do have to say, I mean, if you're going to eat spinach, eating pre-cooked spinach out of a can is not the way to go.
Through a pipe as well.
Yeah. I mean, that can't, nice bit of fresh spinach, wash it, don't stick it in the water, just steam it, bit of salt, gorgeous.
So far the meals being prepared are spinach with bananas
and spinach.
Not ideal, is it?
Not sure if that's a great combo.
Doesn't sound great.
Put it in a smoothie, maybe.
I would imagine that he's introduced in this, if this is like an Avengers-like film, like whoever's putting the team together, they go to like a docks where they're hearing about someone with like superhuman strength. And there's like an arm wrestling competition going on, but it's like a serious arm wrestling competition where everyone has like knives, and then they're fighting, and you hear the room go silent, and you see this scrawny guy walk through. No, that can't be the guy. And you see him just pop open a can of spinach, down it, and then just break the guy's arm. There we go. Someone who's watching us is Duncan. Duncan's
hey Duncan.
Hi Duncan.
Hi Duncan. Wave. Just wave at him.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
I hope you're waving back, Duncan, because if not, then we'll know.
Yeah, we always know.
Oh God, of course. Okay, so here we go. Also, Popeye should eat seaweed. We're not getting into this, Duncan.
Of course.
Especially
It
Dulce
would be quite
Maury.
on brand for him as a sailor.
Wellington Wimpy, he got strong by eating burgers, didn't he? They did counteract that by having Wellington, encourage people to down burgers by the dozen. That's true, but he was the bad guy. So, eating burgers is bad. Duncan's
I'm not familiar. Is he some sort of knockoff Hamburglar?
No, he's like the main. Pluto's the main bad guy, isn't he? Who am I thinking of then? Yeah,
Bluto, not Pluto. Pluto's the
Bluto.
dog.
Pluto's the dog / planet / not.
Which it turns out is one of David Brent's nicknames given to him by the people in the office. The fictional office that he works in, they call him Bluto or Mr. Toad behind his back.
So Wimpy was Popeye's friend. the day.
Okay.
He eats loads of burgers. I mean, I'd
Fair
rather
enough.
hang out with Wimpy. I think is.
And
Is he the weird guy with the hat?
That was Bluto.
No,
Big guy with
Bluto's
the
the guy
hat.
with his all beard.
The little beard, yeah. Like his little beard.
No, Bluto had like a massive beard.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I love that Duncan's doing that thing where he's asking, is this person on the team? Is this person on the team? The kind of thing he does when he's on the podcast as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait
We're
and
10
find
minutes
out,
into it,
aren't
man. We've only done 2.
Yeah, we've done 2. Who's next?
Tomothy.
Yeah, so he's not exactly a superhero in the same sense that I reckon you would sort of say that Tony Stark is a sort of a verified superhero. You know, his only real, superpower is his super genius. But he's the sort of snarky, kind of sarky, but very charismatic member of the team. I think we do need one of them. So I was thinking that Johnny Bravo might be quite a good
Nice, yeah.
kind of,
So-
charismatic centre to our team.
The only issue I have with Johnny Bravo is I don't think Johnny Bravo's aged particularly well.
No, he hasn't aged particularly well, but I think...
If you think that, go back and watch some Popeye. It's awful.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's really, really,
Yeah,
really
it's not
close
great.
to the
It
bone by today's
doesn't really
standards.
hold up.
What happens in Popeye?
Oh, just lots of things that were considered funny in the 50s and 60s or whatever the hell it was that they were making Popeye. But it does not. It is not
Doesn't hold
woke,
up.
as the kids would say.
Yeah. Okay, well then Johnny Bravo's on the team then, yeah.
I mean, he's, like you say, all the hey baby and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But
Are we talking reformed Johnny
yeah,
Bravo?
all the flexing and the pompadour hair and
Yeah,
the sunglasses.
the man can strike a pose.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's all up front there. He's quite strong as well. Stick him in an armored suit. Not a good one, just a crap armored suit. Awesome. There you go. You've got your
Clearly
Tony
skipped
Stark.
leg day, then.
And he's of course a martial arts expert as well.
Yeah.
He is.
Ah, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, clearly skipped leg day though,
clearly.
because he is an upside down triangle essentially.
He absolutely is, yeah. And so's his hair as well. It's really funny. He's like that to his shoulders and then like that to the top of his hair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, he's meant to be Elvis, isn't he? That's the point.
Sort of, yeah, like the
yeah.
sort of 50s pompadour.
Ninja Elvis.
Yeah, yeah. That's a really good one.
Dan suggests that Johnny Bravo is on Pepe Le Pew levels of dodgy.
Yeah.
That's probably, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets called into HR quite often, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Back to me then, right?
Thank you, man.
Let's keep on the Cartoon Network stuff, shall we? I'm going with 3 young girls that have been experimented on by a scientist and have had added to them sugar, spice, and everything nice. We're getting the Powerpuff Girls on this team.
Nice.
Are they superheroes? That's the only issue I have. If Banana Man's on the list, the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I mean, I think, sure, they count as superheroes. They can fly, can't they?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I was more worried that they might be too powerful for this. But no.
I don't know.
I never really, I mean, this might come as a surprise, but I never really got into the Powerpuff Girls.
No, the Powerpuff Girls is fucking brilliant.
Really? I'm pretty sure we saw you wearing a leopard print jumper at one point. I would have thought Powerpuff Girls right up your alley.
I really like the Powerpuff Girls. It is really, really good. And then from then, things like it opened the door to things like My Little Pony, to things like the new She-Ra cartoon as well, and like just in general, things that are just a little bit weird as well.
Are you a brony? I didn't know you were a brony.
No, I can sit and watch it and quite enjoy it. I'm not that into it. Sarah is definitely more of a My Little Pony fan. But yeah, I can sit and enjoy it. Yeah, so Powerpuff Girls, especially like you look at some of the villains, some of the weirder villains that are in that show, fucking awesome. Really opened the door to kids experiencing something a little bit different from probably what they're used to. So really, really liked Powerpuff Girls.
What kind of powers did they have?
They were super strength, flight. They were the big ones, weren't they? That was about it. Speed as well, super speed, because they did everything really quick. And just super sweet people. Good
sort
people.
of almost disarming people with a smile.
Yeah. They mostly super strength and super speed and flight, I would say.
I mean, that'll do you. That's your biggies.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So yeah, Powerpuff Girls on the team. Not only on the team, but they're definitely on the team.
Definitely on the team, yeah, absolutely. Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Russ.
So I'd quite like to bring in, to get kind of like that sort of extended team vibe, maybe more like an X-Men type feel. Get the Thundercats in. You got a few of them. You can kill a couple off and make the others feel things.
Which Thundercats are you killing off?
Well, Lino. I mean, come on. The guy's a douche.
You kill off the main Thundercat.
Yeah,
Lionel.
to be honest, and Snark, and then just leave the rest of them.
You can't kill off Snark. They've got to have something to fuck.
I was going to say, if our group needed someone to just beat the shit
Snarf,
out of
anyway. It's Snarf. It's
Snarf. The little cat that's even more like a cat than the rest of the stupid cats.
Yeah. Yes. Kill off Snarf. Snarf's their Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Except
the
he's not
question
coming
is,
back.
are they technically superheroes, the Thundercats?
Well, you know, they do have Chitara's fast, isn't she? Yeah. And the guy is strong, and then they do have some sort of powers.
Yeah, like Panthro was strong.
Yeah.
Tigra was Is his name Tigra? I never really watched
the little Saki guy with the stupid hair.
They all have stupid hair.
Yeah, they've got pretty stupid hair. The cat,
especially Lino.
Yeah,
dude needs to take a jump.
And come on, just like the coming of age, adolescent story of the teenager that grew up too quickly, basically. That has a sword that extends when he holds it in just the right way.
I mean, the thing is, though, if the analogy is meant to be that of a teenage boy, I mean, I think I speak for most teenage boys when I say that my sword certainly extended at inopportune moments when I was...
His gave him sight beyond sight, so you know.
I never felt in control.
I'm just saying that it is clearly a story of like a boy becoming a teenager, right? Like he has a massive like extending sword.
Faux show. Yeah. And like the coolest car.
Yeah.
You know, and exactly, Chitara and a cool pet that he could beat the shit
it's
out of.
Almost like a teenager's kind of like dream scenario where he becomes like a total badass like dude.
Yeah. With
an extending sword.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's dead. So's the stupid cat. The others can join the team.
Okay, cool.
So basically just Chitara and Tigra.
And Wily Kit and Wily Cat.
Panthro. Oh, no, not the kids. They're dead too. Too annoying.
What about the car? Do they have their cool land?
They can't drive it. The car involves... How do I know so much about Thundercats? Because I never really watched it. The car needs all of them to drive it.
Well, that's just stupid.
Yes, it's the Thundercats.
Well, they're in a team now. They can put fucking Banana Man in one of the seats, can't they?
So Banana Man's helping drive the Thunder Tank. I'm assuming
the Thunderbus, yeah.
Thunderbus.
Yeah. Johnny Bravo will be in there helping as well. Yeah. You know.
So they can, if one of them just wants to like nip down the shops to get some milk, they all have to get in the car.
No, they just run. It's fine. The cats will be all right.
I like how dismissively you're just like, no, they run. They go for a run. I don't know.
Don't be silly. Of course they wouldn't do that. They would just run.
Yeah, they've all got unicycles.
Lino, could you just see if they've see what's on offer? I know Tuesdays they change the offers at Morrison's. Can you just tell me, Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight, and then just looking down the aisles.
Swing!
2 for 1 mature cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I prefer extra mature myself.
Yeah. So does Lino, because he's totally an older person.
I like cheese that sort of burns the roof of your mouth a bit.
Yeah. It's a good point. Jack says doesn't know if Banana Man has a driving license. He is, after all, a kid.
Yeah, but they're on some weird alien planet, aren't they? I don't think the DVLA's jurisdiction extends that far.
I guess they're on an alien planet now. Okay, cool.
I mean, how would they be able to see it from Swansea, you know?
Jamie says Panthro was the best. I agree. I like
Correct.
Panthro. Although the one I can't remember the name of, Tigra was
Tigra. It was, wasn't it? No, that's a type of voxel.
Tigra is a voxel, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever one he was always my favourite.
Or we have Panthro, Chitara, and a Vauxhall Tigra. And they'll drive, because you only need one person to drive that.
And a Ford Puma.
Yeah, very good. Funnily enough, the tagline for the Vauxhall Tigra is exactly how I would describe the character Tigra, which was fun, if you like that sort of thing.
Is that the tagline for the Tigra?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their advert, wasn't it?
Yeah. Someone said, I never watched Thundercats, then proceeds to know everything about it.
Yeah. I didn't really watch it.
I did. It's always more Transformers. Transformers was always more.
Was the enemy Mumra?
Mumra. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan immediately.
This is what they're talking about. Yeah. I had a Lion-O figure.
Yeah.
And I had there was a samurai in it. But I always found it more amusing that the samurai held his sword like this. And you could take the sword out and it looked like he was taking a wee.
Congratulations.
So, yeah. Excellent times.
It's more innocent age, jumpers for goalposts, isn't it?
Oh, bloody marvellous, wasn't it? Marvellous. Oh, it was marvellous.
Okay. Tom?
So, I think we need, like Captain America is the goody two-shoes of the Avengers. Just waiting for Dan's blood to boil. You know, the goody two-shoes, the sickeningly, like, I'm just going to do what's right one. Because that, yeah, basically, yeah.
You're fucking Team Cap. You rein it in, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, no, I mean, look, I think you need someone who's idealistic and optimistic and, you know, I think fundamentally will do the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's Dougie from Hey Dougie. Who I think is but he's beautifully optimistic and wonderful, and he's good with kids, and he's all the badges. He could be like their community outreach kind of person, you know. I think he'd be brilliant. Also, he's got his detective badge, and he's got his gymnastics badge. You know, he can do this shit, man. He can hold his own, I guess, for a bit.
I mean, you know, despite being quite grounded, he has at various points performed magic, travelled into outer space, and travelled through time.
There we go.
Fair enough.
He could actually be the Doctor Strange of the group.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Never flustered. Always good in a tight spot.
Okay, fine. I'm in, and get Dougie in there. Need some cannon fodder anyway. So.
Hey, he's a superhero to so many kids out there. Like, you know, he's brilliant. He's
okay.
One of my
I used to love Hey Dougie. So I'm quite happy to have Dougie on there. Hey Dougie, was it called Hey Dougie?
It's called Hey Dougie.
Hey Dougie and Hey Arnold.
And Hey Arnold, yeah.
So
completely unrelated.
Two shows with Hey in the title.
I mean, the thing that I love most about Hey Dougie is that it is very much geared. They very much know that their audience is a mixed bag of very excited kids and kind of parents who are
tired parents,
just kind of watching this stuff. And some of the references are brilliant. You know, they are very subtle and very brilliant. I mean, one of my favourites is the Stick episode with the excellent Stick song, Stick, 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 Sticky, Sticky, Stick, Stick. But what is most brilliant is at the end of that episode, when they're singing this song, Dougie is literally wearing body paint, shirt off, white shorts, white gloves, you know, and like holding glow sticks and stuff and properly raving out, like, you know, like a 90s acid raver.
I think like 20 years ago, he was an absolute hardcore raver who then got into running a childcare facility.
Yeah, it's so good. And in the episode where they do gymnastics, like he's literally dressed as the actress in Fame, like with the leg warmers and you know the pink leotard and stuff. I mean, it's so good, so good. As you say, living up to the fact that all our references are going to be 80s, 90s, that sort of stuff. But yeah, Hey Dougie, he's my pick.
Okay,
let's get Dougie some love on the comments.
Putting Dougie in this would be like the time Mr. Ben ended up in Judge Dredd. There we go. We're getting some comments. Good.
Excellent.
I think Dougie can hold his own.
So my next one, I suppose. Inspector Gadget.
Yes, tech guy.
So this is our Iron Man, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So, like, Inspector Gadget comes in. He's always on duty, so you've got that for starters. He brings the car with him as well, which I used to love that car. That for no good reason whatsoever, changed into a van.
Oh yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, no reason whatsoever. But yeah, Inspector Gadget. Obviously, Penny would have to sneak in as well to make sure he doesn't fuck it up. But Inspector Gadget, with all the tools of what he has, extending arms, telescopic vision, he's more machine now than man, isn't he? Really, but then Penny guiding him in the right direction. So every now and then, and she'll eventually get discovered, and she will become the girl in the chair that guides the superheroes where they've got to go.
So like Oracle.
Yeah, exactly like Oracle. Yeah.
So do you think Inspector Gadget is maybe like some failed early Skynet prototype?
We discussed this on our Searching Questions, didn't we? That every time he gets something wrong, he has a human part replaced. Like, what's it?
Nova. Is it
Nova?
Nova?
No. What's her name in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, Nebula.
Nebula.
Yeah. So every time he gets something wrong, he has like a human part replaced.
Oh,
and Penny just wants her dad back.
Well, there's not much left.
So as a result, she has to follow him and make sure he doesn't fuck things up too much.
You see the one that he had that. He had the voice, didn't he? Ah, Penny.
Always on
he
duty.
Quite villainous all the time.
Yeah. Aha! I'll get you next time, Gadget.
No, that's Baron.
Oh, that's
Baron Greenback. No, it's the Claw, isn't it? Just with the cat.
I'll get you next time.
Gadgets. Yeah, exactly. So Inspector Gadget is definitely on the team with Penny and the dog. What's the dog's name?
Dog.
Pluto.
No, probably not. The dog had the little things that came out like microphones, wasn't it? On his collar.
It's going to be so annoying, but I'm going to have to look for it. Inspector Gadget.
Brains.
You just shouting the word brains.
It's Brain.
It's Brain. Cool. That was it.
Well done, you. Brain.
Go me.
He's voiced by Don Adams in the first film and Jeff Bennett in the sequel. That's brilliant.
Good to know.
So yeah, Inspector Gadget on the team. Russ.
Super Ted.
I mean, yeah, we've been. There's a few we've been dancing around. There's a few on the chat that they are kind of going a bit apeshit for that we haven't mentioned yet. That are all definitely on my list. But yeah, Super Ted was one of them. And
a lot of these are people that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Super Ted's getting us into the realm of sort of like magical connection. He gets his power from Mother Nature, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he's like an elemental magic user
that sheds his skin.
Yeah, creepy that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's weird. But Super Ted is cool as well.
But he's a teddy. He's not a real bear.
No.
That would be awful if the opening credits were just a bear trying to lever off its own skin. That would be quite grim. But he's a teddy bear. He unzips. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the thing, though, isn't it? So basically, his super suit with the red cape and all that sort of stuff. That's his actual coating, isn't it?
I mean, it's ambiguous, but yeah, that is on the inside, and he has a teddy suit that zips up outside, and he's friends with a dildo.
I don't remember that bit.
What's Super Ted's powers?
He's just super, isn't he?
Super
he can
sensuality.
I think he's quite strong, and he hangs around with Spotty Man, doesn't he?
Oh, I forgot about Spotty. Yeah.
And of course, they have some of the best villains ever. One of them is Texas Pete.
Pete, yeah.
They've got Malf or something like the big guy, the sort of the slow-witted one, and then they've also got the most the campest skeleton ever.
Yeah. But they're like cowboy bad guys for no good reason that I can figure.
No reason.
And why not?
And also, every time it required the bad guys to be wearing a disguise, the skeleton would always dress in a flamboyant ball gown and a crown, and no one would bat an eyelid when a skeleton wearing earrings walked past them. You know, I mean, it literally had diamond earrings stuck to the side of his face. The skeleton in disguise was just a highlight a highlight for me.
Yeah.
No one batted an eyelid.
No. Super Ted's got to be on the team, though. Super Ted is definitely the Superman type in this, isn't he, really?
Do all the villains of our superheroes, are they all the ones, are they like the Legion of Doom?
Yeah, like? I figure they'll put together by Pinky and the Brain.
Fair enough.
Like, what are you going to try and do tonight, Brain? No.
Same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Try to take over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Super Ted, got to be on the team. Love it.
Yeah, he's great.
Love it.
Love it.
Tom?
I'm still unclear as to what Super Ted's actual powers are.
I'm not sure.
I mean,
I'm going to go with
fly.
super strength, but also with a feather-like touch.
He's brought Spotty
That was
brings
all
him to
remembered.
life, and Mother Nature gives him his powers, but I still don't know what his actual powers are.
Has Google let us down?
He's got rocket. I don't know if he can actually fly. He's got rocket boots.
Oh, yeah. Because Spotty's got rocket boots. He can fly.
I think maybe they've both got rocket boots.
It's you. You're the Rocket Man.
A special power, superhuman strength and flying using rocket boots every time he whispers his secret magic word.
Oh, yeah, the secret magic word. But we never find out what the secret magic word is.
Oh, it's secret, isn't it?
Yeah.
He then uses his powers to fight evil. Yeah. He lives in a treehouse on Earth in the middle of the Amazonian jungle, but in space he lives in his own space station.
Which is like shaped like his head, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
His space station.
It's like a Trade Federation battleship, like a Luca Hulk.
Yeah.
I think, but instead of the ball in the middle, it's just Super Ted's head.
Jamie says Spotty had a rocket pack. He did, I remember.
He did. Spotted Ann.
Paul says he missed the episode where Dougie got his hand-to-hand combat badge. And a lot of calls for Quail Man.
Quail Man?
I believe that is
Never heard of
from... Yeah, Doug. TV series Doug.
See, that falls in between my being a child and having a child periods.
Oh, yeah, Quail Man.
Yeah.
And it always had that. Whenever he became Quail Man, it always had that really sort of like lackluster fanfare.
Yeah. With the weird belt, like uppy, like question mark thing as well.
Yes, on his head,
Shit, I did not know Billy
Yeah.
West voiced Doug.
with literally his underpants pulled over his shorts.
Yeah, with his little dog. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Quail Man, honorary member of the team. Maybe he's leading like the young, whatever this team's called. Yeah.
That is.
Tom, hit us with some heroes.
I'm sort of beginning to run a bit dry with my suggestions, but I thought there's that embodiment of Tony Stark as the man in Johnny Bravo, and then there's the other side of it, which is the technical prowess and the technical knowledge and stuff like that, and sort of almost the Iron Legion, if you like, of sort of support characters. So I thought Ryder and the Paw Patrol would be quite a good way to go there, because Ryder makes all of that shit, like, his ATV that turns into a boat, and all of the flipping kennels that turn into cars, all of the spy gear and the boats and stuff. I mean, there's like so much technology being put together, and he has got funding, man. Like, he has funding coming out of his, eyes and ears. So a big army of puppies with techno pups, basically, to do his every whim. And of course, they get a great set of villains in the shape of the mayor of the other town with all of his cats that are like techno cats.
So they can join the team as long as they promise that they're not allowed to use their music at any point.
Music's fucking irritating.
Yeah, it's really terrible.
And it's clearly designed for people our age. Like, because it's got that kind of like pop punk kind of vibe to it. So just shit, really, is what I mean.
Pop boogie.
But yeah.
Yeah, I quite like it. Vinny was sick into the Paw Patrol when he was even smaller than he is now, and so I watched quite a lot of that. They get
now
into
he's into the
sorts.
works of Dario Argento.
Yeah, it's a Salman Rushdie man. No, he's nowadays Lego Star Wars. What a dude!
Oh, nice.
That's what.
Kick ass, man.
Yeah. Love it.
So Paw Patrol and Ryder, obviously.
Steve, who I do the fabulous Marveling Marvel podcast with, says Ryder gets above his station in some episodes.
Oh, totally. I agree with that. Steve, you're absolutely bang on the money there. I think he's way outspoken.
It can be somewhat insufferable.
I don't really watch it, so because
that's right. You're allowed not to watch Paw Patrol.
I'd get arrested. So
why would you get arrested?
Because ideally you're going to be watching it with a kid, right?
It's not like hanging out in the park without a kid. It's not that suspicious.
I think there are definitely some warning signs if you just happen to watch Paw Patrol without like.
I think that's symptomatic of the world we live in today, where a man can't even sit at home and watch Paw Patrol on his own time, without raising an eyebrow.
Okay,
in his underwear with the window open.
You're in the office, right? You're talking about last night's, I don't know, fucking sewing bee or some bollocks like that. Okay. So you're talking about sewing bee, and then someone comes in and goes, "Hey, did anyone catch the new Paw Patrol last night?" And you know for a fact they don't have a kid. You're not gonna and you shouldn't pigeonhole people. You shouldn't. You're absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with that, but still.
I feel like our roles have reversed slightly, Dan.
I'm
having to pull you back from the edge. Come on, Dan.
Do it. And another thing Ben Shapiro said. So it's Steve's pointed out he has a son. Yeah, we know. That's cool, Steve. Don't worry about it. And Dan says Paw Patrol would be like S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Yeah. Well, inevitably riddled with double agents and will collapse and turn out to be an evil organisation all along.
See, I'd watch it then.
Yeah.
So Paw Patrol, definitely on the team. Love it.
Cool.
Penelope Pitstop.
Oh, she's great, isn't she?
Yeah. So
I don't really remember anything about her.
Full on wacky races, Penelope Pitstop with awesome car.
Yeah.
Kicking ass, taking names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
connections
brilliant
as well. She knows the Anthill mob. If she needs to find some underground connections.
She's got a great best friend in the shape of Ralph. Who, I mean, what a pair of fists that boy has.
Yeah. But she can handle herself as well.
Totally.
No, Pitstop definitely on the team.
And she's royalty as well, isn't she?
Yeah. I'm assuming so. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She's a good one. I love the Wreck-It Ralph films.
I used to love Wacky Races. Wacky Races was great. Until someone obviously pointed out that if Dick Dastardly just went for it and tried to win the race, he'd probably win the race the whole time. He's getting way ahead to set these traps. So just keep going. Just keep going. You'll win the race.
It's almost like that's not what really matters to him.
No. And I'm built like the Anthill mob, so I kind of appreciate that as well. Like my figure is basically one of the Anthill mob. Long bodies, tiny little legs, tiny little arms. So,
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, that's Dick Dastardly and Muttley, I suppose. So,
yeah.
That's
good. That's a good choice. I like them. I like that. I like Penelope.
There are some more, but do we have any more?
I'm running dry now.
Russ?
I put Brave Star in there, definitely.
Brave Star, Lone Star.
You always need a
Brave Star or Lone Star? Lone Star's fucking Spaceballs.
I used to have something else. No, Brave Star. You need a futuristic cowboy with a robot horse.
That's the one, yeah.
I mean, that's just such a basic thing to get into any superhero lineup. It's amazing nobody suggested it yet.
Yeah, Brave Star's a good choice.
Good
definitely.
Point.
Like the guy from the future as well, who just turns up because he's got to stop an event from happening.
I don't know if it's in the future or just somewhere else, but it's it's obviously not.
Okay, the guy from the other dimension. We've got to make this work, otherwise, because currently it's pretty sensible. So we can't have just this weird random cowboy from another dimension or the future or wherever he's fucking from.
Yeah,
I know we've got to keep it within the bounds of reality, right?
Within the bounds of its own universe, so you can get away with that if you say another dimension or something like that. Yeah, so yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he's on the team.
Definitely on the team.
And his horse.
Obviously, as well.
It's not only in the team, he's in the team.
Definitely in the team, yeah. Love it. We got any more? I've got some more, but...
Go for it.
It's up.
I'm
okay. These combination of stuff that I've got on the list and other people have said in the chat.
Cool.
Batfink, for starters. My wings are like a shield of steel. Yeah.
I used to work for someone who looked like Batfink.
He's a fucking bat. How?
Oh no, seriously, like literally, like look, I'll show you. I'll show you a picture after this. Show you a picture after this. Seriously, you'll see exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Definitely, I love it.
I would really love to see that.
I need to see that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so Batfink definitely on the team. The whole thing, like the tech guy at home, Dexter, with his laboratory, putting together everything for the whole team.
Mm-hmm. Is that what he do? He's like a child inventor.
Yeah, he was Stewie Griffin before Stewie Griffin was Stewie Griffin.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that could be definitely useful.
Yeah, definitely. This one's from Dan. I wouldn't have thought of it. They're telebugs. Have you seen
the
them?
telebugs?
They are like little robots, the children, with television heads, but they fight like digital enemies. I remember it, but I didn't remember it until Dan mentioned it. And if you look it up, you'll be like, "Oh yeah," would be my guess. So yeah, on the team as well, definitely on the team. Who have I missed? Super Ted, Selly Bugs, Penelope Pitstop, Mighty Mouse. Let's get some more strength on this. Tiny little mouse, beat the shit out of actual big people.
And / or Danger Mouse, because we don't have much in the way of like, infiltration and espionage.
I was going to say
mention Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse, because he comes with Penfold, who's one of my favourite characters in any cartoon series.
Oh, crumbs! Yeah.
Oh, crumbs!
Have you watched any of the new Danger Mouse?
Yes, it's very good.
It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah, they've taken this really interesting style they've used with it.
Yeah, Danger Mouse. I for some reason I'd assumed we'd already mentioned him because it was like so obvious. But yeah, no, you're right. Danger Mouse.
Because he's just like, it's like Jack Reacher combined with Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Crossed with Black Widow. I mean, Danger Mouse is better than all of them.
Yeah, definitely. Danger Mouse is the guy that knows how to defeat everyone on the team.
Mm-hmm. He's got like a plan worked out to take out any one of them.
Yeah, 100%.
If he ever needs to.
Some other suggestions in the chat. Obviously, we had Quail Man mentioned. Clifford the Big Red Dog. Kind of like as a Hulk alternative. Which I quite like. Duncan had one. Said he's quite fancied Chitara.
Of course he did.
Yeah. Just going back through, see if I've missed anything. Mewtwo from Pokemon. Yeah, Dan says this is perfect. Danger Mouse is the team's Nick Fury.
Yeah, do you think it's Danger Mouse that gets them all together?
Yeah. He's got the fucking eye patch and everything.
He's the Slick Rick of the group. Yeah. Definitely.
He can hold his own in a fight as well. I love it, yeah. Steve says Super Cow from Cow and Chicken. Yep, I mean,
I don't really know that.
Sorry if you've already mentioned it. Was late to the party. Probably would have improved the Snyder Cut. Nice one, Steve. Thank you. Oh, Captain Planet.
I toyed with putting them in, but I didn't know whether they were too conventionally superhero.
I think. Now I know this is a bit ridiculous, but yeah, I'm going to say that he's too much of an actual superhero, compared as opposed to Banana Man and Super Ted.
What if it's Captain Planet, but it's Don Cheadle's Captain Planet?
What, turning everyone into motherfucking trees?
A fucking tree.
Remember, kids, recycle and never leave your car idling, or I'll turn you into a fucking tree. Just amazing. Just one of my it's so good.
Or what if it's just the kid with the heart ring?
Heart. Yeah. Yeah. No, like he's not the one you'd want. You'd want Fire, wouldn't you? Which is the guy from Brooklyn, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll compromise, and you get water. No, you get wind. You get just wind.
Already got it, Tom.
Yeah, water and wind. Yeah. That's all you get.
Water was the Russian lady, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember now. Cool. Got it all under control. I think that's everything.
Kick ass, man. What a team.
That's
heck
of a
awesome
team.
Could they take down the Avengers?
Easily.
Yeah. No question.
These days, there's only two of them left or whatever.
I wasn't going to include the Transformers because they're 20-foot robots.
Yeah, I don't think Transformers. They don't qualify. They're not.
If you're going to have one Transformer, then Bumblebee, I think, is the one you'd want to go for.
Yeah. Although are they a bit, is it a bit obvious? Yeah, is that a bit obvious?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's a bit obvious? That, yeah.
Sorry. Mewtwo, as they got suggested. I don't know if I've already said that, haven't I?
Yeah, but again, a weird one. I think I don't know whether he's a superhero or.
If you go in Pokemon, surely you're going Pikachu, right?
Pikachu, man, classic. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd go Bulbasaur because Bulbasaur's my favourite.
What about Squirtle?
I quite like Squirtle.
Yeah.
I've had the misfortune of seeing you go Bulbasaur and go Squirtle at close quarters.
Yeah. Been a while, hasn't it? Remember when we used to be able to touch each other's faces?
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, those were a long time ago.
I miss that.
Do you remember those times when we were literally physically so close to each other in the fuck bunker that we were having trouble actually getting any sort of breathing space or cold air flowing between us at all? It was
The only way
so close
to sit would be like locked knees.
Yeah.
So one knee to groin, knee to groin, knee to groin.
Do you remember when we had Duncan in there as well? It was just ridiculous.
So sexy.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
I missed that.
Dan said He-Man as well. I kind of toyed with He-Man just because he's like.
He's too much of just an out-and-out superhero, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe. But at the same time, he can be on the team, yeah.
Great villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Skeletor.
I'll get you next time, He-Man.
I always use Skeletor confused with Mumra.
Do they both speak like that?
Yeah.
No. I'll get you next time.
Mumra is much more like this, I think.
Yeah, Mumra's like growly, isn't he?
So that was like that was like Peter Griffin doing an impression of Mum-Ra.
Yeah. Yeah.
I talk like this.
Yeah.
And then I thought about
because
I had the Visionaries for a bit as well. I thought the Visionaries' ability to turn into like I didn't seriously see them as superheroes.
So initially, I kind of was like, if we've got a train-related issue, we need someone from Chuggington. If we need a water-related, problem, we'll get Sharky and George on the case. But ultimately,
Sharky and George are like the Aquaman of like.
Yeah.
Is any of this happening in the sea at all this week? Is it?
I know a guy.
No,
is there any water crime going on, guys?
No,
we've got it covered.
Not this week. No.
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
Siri's chipping in.
I thought it was Transport Thomas the Tank Engine for a bit, but it has to be a very specific place that you have to get to.
Fuck off.
I was going to say it basically has to take place on the island of Sodor for Thomas to be of any help whatsoever, and
preferably at a station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, anything that happens more than about 10 feet away from a railway line, that's just out of their area of expertise.
Literally out their wheelhouse.
I kind of had Fireman Sam as kind of like fish out of water, in over his head kind of guy.
As long as that Norman prick doesn't turn up, fine.
Well, Norman could be one of the bad guys, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He is a bell end.
I've set fire to the village shop again. Yeah.
Don't forget Brum as their version of the Flash. Brum was tiny. You can't fit all of them in that. We've got Thunder Tank or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Right. Should we do a quick once round what we've been up to, or should we wrap this up?
I think we should do the movie villains.
Oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yes. We'll do that instead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got an East and a West division for this because we had twice as many entrants.
Mm.
And so is it the East division that we've
so we've done the first round of the East division so far. The West division is currently happening as we speak.
So what are you telling us about now? It says the winners of the East division.
Who's gone through on the East division.
Awesome.
Okay, so here we go. Predator beat False Doom.
Makes sense.
Is much of a surprise. Scar beat Gozer. That's heartbreaking for me, but there we go.
Come on, Scar is an absolute theatrical classic.
Yeah, I was plugging.
Yeah, no one was Ghostbusters.
So. I was plugging for Gozer.
Yeah. Ursula beat Khan. Another heartbreaking one for me as well.
I get that.
She's a fucking massive octopus. What's not to like?
Yeah.
Inky. Oh fuck! Someone's mentioned Tintin as well. Yeah, Tintin's definitely on the team as like a spy.
Yeah. Yeah. With Captain Haddock and the Thompsons.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely. Good shout. Hans Lander beat Oogie Boogie.
Makes sense. I mean,
fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, awful.
Darth Vader beat the Operative.
I mean, that was, you know, the Operative was always going to be a bit of a scrappy underdog. And
Punching above its weight.
Yeah,
definitely. Heath Ledger's Joker beat the Kurgan.
Get that?
I think fair enough.
I get it, but I don't like it. The Sheriff of Nottingham was held pretty close by Jack Nicholson's Joker, but just he did eventually win.
Literally
that's
in
a
the
tough- I
pit
don't
at
think-
the end, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think there's necessarily many others that would have beaten that
Yeah.
on this, this division.
Hannibal Lecter beat Ivan Drago.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I found this one surprising just by the sheer amount that it beat it by. Agent Smith dominated Jason Voorhees. Like, annihilated him.
Probably because, as Russ said, like the majority of people who are probably more aware of Agent Smith than they are Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, that's still a surprise, I think. Classic bad guy. The Emperor beat the Graboids from Tremors.
Yeah.
Again, that's a pretty one-sided match.
No.
You tunneling little shits.
Biff Tannen beat Audrey 2.
Quite right.
That's cool, man.
Biff Tannen is you don't really think of him as like that kind of classic villain, but he is an absolute nailed-on classic movie villain.
He
He's just
destroys.
such an utter shit.
He essentially destroys any kind of like improvements that in the world, just so he can get rich.
Yeah.
You know, in TV tropes, they call it the moral event horizon,
Yeah.
and Biff Tannen doesn't have one.
No. By one vote, the next guy, Bane, beat General Zod.
I mean,
That's, not right. I don't think that's right.
No, me neither, but there we go. Magneto beat Shredder by a considerable amount.
Magneto could just turn Shredder's armor inside out on him, couldn't he?
Yeah, but we're not
true.
doing
Dicing.
who would win in a fight. We've already discussed this, haven't we? Like, yeah, like it's a bad matchup if that's a fight. Yeah. The Gremlins beat Kylo Ren, which I'm quite chuffed about.
Yeah.
Commodus beat Immortan Joe.
That one was one of my. I had no idea which way that one was going to go.
No, that was quite close. There was 2 votes in that one.
Wow.
And Jafar beat Hela.
Quite right.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Jafar's amazing.
So there we go. That's who's gone through on the east side of things. We'll update you with who went through on the west side of things next week's pod.
Cool.
On the
So I'm just gonna
west
bring
side.
the doodah up on the screen. I think. Yeah, there we go. So next up we've got Predator versus Scar, Vader versus the Sheriff of Nottingham, Agent Smith versus Biff Tannen. That is a tough call.
Yeah.
Magneto versus Commodus, Hanslander versus Ursula, the Ledger Joker versus Hannibal Lecter.
That's a tough one as well.
Palpatine versus Bane. Bye bye Bane.
Yeah.
And the Gremlins versus Jafar for round 2.
Oh, I think the Gremlins might lose that one.
Some tricky choices there,
Yeah.
and some not so tricky ones.
Yeah.
Bane.
So make sure that your vote is heard by hitting out our Instagram channel and just keep an eye out on our stories because all the polls will be set up there. Very exciting. Very
Excellent,
exciting.
yeah.
So we all good?
We all good? Yeah.
We all good.
Yeah.
I have to say I have missed Duncan's energy today. If only because
Well, he's got a newborn baby, so he probably doesn't have any energy.
he doesn't have any energy anyway. But no, I only say I miss him because, of course, we miss him because he's one of the awesome foursome. Duncan, we hope you're well. We hope you enjoyed the show being on the other side of the blue curtain. You know, we're in the VIP section.
He'll have emailed us already
out.
with loads of corrections and suggestions and areas for improvement.
Our WhatsApp channel is just about to go below
I
up.
can't wait to 100% definitely read that email.
yeah. Talk to
Congratulations,
us. at
Duncan.
TMTRH.
Yeah, congrats, Duncan. Awesome.
Yeah, mega congrats, Dunky. Okay, shall I wrap it up then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably should. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Thank you very much to everyone, no matter whether you're listening or watching. Thank you very much for tuning in to the latest episode of the Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast. As always, it's the classic threesome. Well, not as always. Today it was the classic threesome. Russ. Wave Russ.
Latest taters.
Dan. Bye.
Goodbye.
And it's also goodbye from me. Don't forget, if you want to hit us up on all of our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, please just use @TMTOOH. Don't forget our Discord channel link is in the link in the bio on our Instagram page. Dan is doing fuckloads of stuff to do with Marvel, with Steve and Terry.
Yep.
So make sure you hit those up as well. There's plenty to talk about on Discord. There's plenty to listen to. There's plenty to watch. On that note, unless there's any further admin from Dan.
If you like American football, go follow the Gridiron Gentleman. I realise I don't ever plug that. So yeah.
No, absolutely not. Dan's NFL podcast, big shit, man. It's good.
Doing a lot at the moment for the draft, so
yeah. A lot of work goes into that. It's Dan's other job.
Yeah.
It's Dan's main baby.
Yeah.
We're the runty off.
I love my family equal. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't have a favourite. I love both my kids, both this one and the Gridiron Gentleman.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, we love you too, Daddy.
God, I'm so rigid right now.
I'm so rigid. Okay, on that creepy note, goodbye for everyone. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Russ. Goodbye from Dan. Bye. And on that note, let's cue the music.